Well, the Prime Minister wants to take the nation from an emergency into a recovery phase, but of course that's made infinitely more difficult with exactly what's happening down in Victoria. We'll bring up a graphic here and show you and the viewers exactly what is on the agenda today at National Cabinet, and no surprise, Victoria is the top of the list. We're also told there'll be an update on what's called the easing restrictions and localised outbreak planning. There will be an update on the Commonwealth, I should say, the Commonwealth Economic Statement, which was delivered yesterday. That will be delivered in person to the Premiers. There'll also be an update on the Closing the Gap report and another important report called the Environmental Protection and Biodiversity Act. A report there, and you might be surprised to know here, Pete, has found that it isn't effective and it doesn't enable the Commonwealth to actually properly protect sites that are nationally significant. So the Prime Minister is going to be talking about that all-important review. No surprises, he continues to get asked about when exactly the nation will pay back this mammoth new gross debt of $852 billion. And at the moment, there isn't an answer. Pete, here's what he had to say last night.
The previous forecast we had on our debt on where it was before, it was going to take us a decade to get back to zero debt. Now, we haven't done the new debt projections out over the medium term. That'll be done in the budget. So there'll be more numbers available about what we think the medium-term scenario might look at. But we're seeing our debt raise to levels that we haven't seen in this country for a very long time. We've seen them before, after the war, and that's the situation we're in.
Now, Pete, the government hasn't done the numbers. Treasury as yet haven't done the numbers, but I can tell you apparently who have. PwC, the accounting firm, they say the budget won't return to balance until 2040, and we won't return to zero net debt. Now, there was a hope we'd be there by the end of the decade. They now say we won't return to zero net debt until 2060. Our kids are going to be paying this thing off for a long time to come. Of course, Josh Frydenberg will give a speech at the National Press Club today. He's going to be talking about a whole host of reforms as they try to build the economy and get people back to work. It won't be easy days ahead.